Music low, ancient Celtic drones, footage fog rolling through forests, old parchment runes. They called him a wizard, a madman, a prophet, a myth. But what if Merlin was never just a man of myth? What if the truth about him was so powerful, so dangerous it was buried deliberately, not just by time but by the church, by kings, and by the architects of modern history itself? This is the truth about Merlin they never teach in school. In school you might have learned the basics. Merlin, the wizard who advised King Arthur. He helped pull the sword from the stone. He conjured magic, and eventually, he was betrayed, sealed in a cave by a woman named Nimue. But those are just stories written hundreds of years after the real events. The truth is older, darker, and completely rewritten. The earliest references to a Merlin figure come not from England but Wales. His name? Merlin the Wild. He wasn't a court wizard. He was a mad prophet who lived in the forest after witnessing the horrors of war. He spoke in riddles. He had visions of fire falling from the sky. He predicted the fall of empires. And here's the strangest part. Many of his prophecies came true. He spoke of a great empire rising from the west. He predicted rivers running red. He warned of a beast with iron wings that would scorch the land centuries before the invention of planes. Coincidence? Or something else? Merlin wasn't just a prophet. Many believe he was the last of the true druids. The druids were not just tree-hugging mystics. They were scientists, astronomers, engineers of megalithic temples, and they were being systematically hunted by the invading Roman Empire and later by the Christian Church. Merlin, according to some scrolls hidden in the Black Book of Carmarthen, wasn't an advisor to Arthur. He was an enemy to kings. A rogue priest-king of the forest tribes. He wielded knowledge that the church labeled sorcery because it threatened their growing power. Zoom on ancient illustrations of circles, stars, and geometric patterns. Some say Merlin didn't cast spells. He manipulated sound frequencies, used herbs to create visions, and understood celestial alignments that modern physics is only just rediscovering. So what happened to the real Merlin? According to the Welsh triads, he didn't die. He disappeared. Some believe he was imprisoned in a crystal cave. Others say he walked into the lake of glass, never to return. But there's another theory that Merlin chose to vanish, carrying with him a relic of immense power, the Awen Codex. It was said to contain the secrets of how the Druids shaped stone with sound, healed with light, and could bend weather to their will. The Codex was hunted for centuries by Templars, by alchemists, by Nazi occultists during World War II. All failed to find it. Why? Because it was encoded in trees, songs, and symbols, not paper. And because only a true heir of Merlin could read it. Here's where it gets stranger. In 1998, a team of hikers in Scotland found an abandoned cave system beneath Glen Lyon. Inside were markings matching the early Welsh runes used to describe Merlin Wild. And in one chamber, a mural of a man with a beard of fire standing before a giant circular machine surrounded by stars. Local historians dismissed it, until astrophysicists from Edinburgh University recognized the layout. A map of the Orion constellation, perfectly mapped, with lines pointing to a celestial event 12,000 years ago. Merlin didn't just speak to kings. He may have been the last memory of an even older civilization, the one that built Stonehenge, the one that encoded secrets in myths so they would survive the burning of books. Not magic, not madness, memory. So maybe the reason schools don't teach the real story of Merlin isn't because he didn't exist. It's because he did. And the truth is far more powerful than any fairy tale. Because if Merlin was real, then magic was real. And maybe still is. Buried beneath centuries of lies. And waiting just like he is to be awakened.